This Saturday on 4, the classic story of Anne.
Anne spelt with an E.
Of Green Gables, a mischievous, romantic orphan.
This is just the most tragical thing that has ever happened to me.
Who goes to stay with an old bachelor.
Anything for you, Matthew, if you really wanted me to.
Of course I do.
And his spinster sister.
Oh, she could talk the hind leg off a mule.
Anne of Green Gables, the first of a 4-part series.
How dare you!
This Saturday at 7 on 4.
Now we continue tonight's Salute to ATV with the first episode of a sumptuous drama series from 1975, though it hardly seems or looks as if it was made that long ago. Edward VII.
The anterooms are full, my prince. If more guests arrive, it will become embarrassing. Should we tell them Her Majesty is indisposed?
No, Stockmar. She will be ready soon. I don't know why she's being so difficult today.
Perhaps you could speak to her again.
Must you chew those caraway seeds?
Sorry?
No, I'm sorry, Daisy. It's just I'm so nervous.
It's not surprising. Such a thing to find out on your birthday. Have you told him yet?
No,
But you have to.
I don't have to do anything.
Are you not ready yet?
No,
Everyone's here. Your mother's waiting.
then let her wait.
What is it, Victoria? What's the matter?
Everything. And this dress.
What? You look so pretty.
Do you think so?
Just the way you should look on your birthday. Come.
And how shall I look next year? Well?
There is trouble brewing, gentlemen.
Quite so.
If she leaves, the Queen will never forgive her.
Her Majesty pays more attention to her former governess than to her own mother.
Quite so.
She will force the court to take sides.
What can we do?
You, my Lord Duke, can cut off the mother's retreat.
Me?
Surely one outraged lady is no match for the victor of Waterloo.
Isn't he a wonderful dancer, Daisy?
Most charming.
Oh, much more. He's beautiful.
Don't be trying to embarrass me.
You must excuse me for not presenting myself before, Ma.
I hardly expected you to. I count for nothing here now.
You're still the mother of the Queen.
You would not think so, to see how I'm treated.
I didn't know Mamma was so friendly with the Duke of Wellington.
It's your birthday, I fancy. A time to forget all differences.
Perhaps.
It's a fact, ma'am, that Whigs and Tories have been seen waltzing together in the streets of Windsor.
Since she came to the throne, she does not even listen to me.
There can only be one queen, ma'am, and now she's happily married.
She still listens to Lord Melbourne.
He is her prime minister.
He spends too much time with her.
Nonsense.
You would not be with her so much if you were prime minister.
Stuff and nonsense. I'd have moved into Kensington and then Buckingham Palace.
Well,
If you want to make your peace with her, make it first with him. He's more important than her husband.
and what about the other favourite? What am I to do if she wants me to shake hands with Baroness Ledson?
Take her in your arms and kiss her.
Ledson?
Oh, good heavens, no, ma'am. The Queen.
It's a garrote. Albert, shall we dance?
No, I don't think so. You have been unsettled all day. I want to show you something to make you happy.
What?
You will see. Come.
What is it? Where are we going?
You will see. It is so hübsch, Klein.
Where are we going? You said you would show me the most beautiful thing in the world.
And so I shall. Mrs. Roberts.
Your Majesty.
She is the most beautiful thing in the world. Oh, wie süß. Ist sie nicht exquisit? Isn't she lovely?
Is this why you made me lead the ball?
Pussy, our little daughter, isn't she beautiful?
No.
More than beautiful.
She's ugly like all babies.
You can't say that.
Who are you to tell me what I can say? If I say she is ugly, she is ugly.
Victoria. Frauchen. What is it? Our daughter, she really is beautiful, you know.
All babies are ugly, and I'm going to have another.
And that's a child. You're sure?
Of course I'm sure.
But that's wonderful.
It's degrading. It should never have happened.
I don't understand you. You tell me the most perfect news, and then you sound as if you don't want our baby.
I've just had one. Why should I have another?
But every woman...
I'm not just a woman. I am the queen.
You're also my wife.
Then you have it. I know. It's all right for you. You don't have the pain and the humiliation.
Humiliation?
I am the queen. When I am lying in, unable to move, anything could happen. If there is trouble, if Lord Melbourne needs me, what could I do?
Oh,
You've no idea what it's like. I've only just recovered from the last.
I love you.
Love me? You say you love me. All you want is to debase me.
I'm sorry, Baroness. Would you leave us?
No.
But we have things to discuss.
She does not have my leave to go.
Farewell. Good night. Good night, Baroness.
Little Drina. There. Come. I won't leave you.
I've always known she had a temper, but this was something more uncontrolled. Suddenly, out of nowhere, she was raging.
And she said there is to be another child.
It's as if she hated the child already.
Perhaps not, but the idea of it certainly.
Why?
For the past 4 years, she has had great power. Melbourne has taught her how to use it and to enjoy using it.
Oh, yes.
You, my prince, have been married to her for just over a year, and in that time, you have taught her with the birth of the Princess Royal that, after all, she is only a woman. A bitter lesson, and one she now knows she has to learn again.
I see.
Also, my prince, as you said, there may be something more. This sudden rage out of nowhere, as you said, uncontrolled.
What do you mean?
We must not forget that her grandfather died mad.
No, Stockmar, it was a disease.
A matter of opinion. Remember, I am not only your advisor, I am a doctor.
What can I do?
You must proceed with care, with great caution. But for the sake of the future, you must win her reliance in your opinion on matters of government.
She pays no attention to my opinions on anything. Our country is run by Melbourne, our home by her old governess, by Leibsen.
It is only a question of time. Do not oppose her. Be gentle with her. And remember above all that she loves you.
Albert, you didn't come to me last night.
No.
Albert, I'm sorry. I didn't sleep. I just lay and thought of all the horrid things I said to you. It was beastly, and I'm so wretched.
Liebchen.
Oh, Albert, I thought I'd lost you. Say, forgive me.
Of course I do.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't forgive me. What I said was dreadful, but I didn't mean it. Not any of it.
No, you didn't.
I'm selfish, and I've no right to hurt you. But I will be better in future, I promise.
I'm sure you will. You were tired, that's all.
Yes.
But what you told me about our baby was true. We ought to have another.
Yes.
Then forgive me, my dears, but I must be happy. I've so prayed for another.
Oh, and I want us to make you happy.
You will see, it will not be so hard. I shall be with you and look after you. And I can help you. You must rely on me more.
Yes, Albert.
Come.
Lord Melbourne, ma'am. He wishes to speak with you urgently.
Very well, Lord Alfred. In the blue closet.
Ma'am.
I'm sorry.
I shall come with you.
To see Lord M. But you don't know what he may have to talk to me
But
about.
still.
No, no, dearest. You stay here and play the piano so that I can hear you. There. I won't be long.
The devil's in you this morning. You'll break your neck.
It wouldn't matter.
So, she doesn't let you meet her ministers.
It's worse than that.
You're her husband. You can bring her round.
The Queen's husband. I'm not even master in my own house.
How?
I can't choose my own servants, my own guests. Even the decoration of the rooms is decided by someone else.
Then put your foot down, man.
And risk another storm. It's not so easy, Ernst.
If you don't do it soon, it will be too late. These others are with her during the day. You're with her at night. That's when you'll win her round.
I want her to accept me for my true value.
It might pay you not to be so noble.
I don't know any other way.
You're my brother, and I care what happens to you. Why do you let her treat you like this? Do you love her? Do you love her?
Be so bad.
I can assure you, ma'am, it could hardly be worse. Unemployment is growing, unrest. The country has had enough of reform. And perhaps of me.
Will it mean an election?
Inevitably.
It's unthinkable. How can they be so blind?
A question that's been asked by every politician from Julius Caesar down.
I don't want to change a government.
If it's any comfort to you, ma'am, neither do I.
No. No. They can take everyone else, I don't care. But I've still so much to learn, to understand. What would I do without you?
You have a husband.
He could not advise me as you do.
He will learn.
I don't want to waste time with Albert talking politics.
Hoppe, hoppe, reite, wenn Felten schreite, Felten in die Graben, fressen in die Raben. She was crying.
Then she should not have been picked up. Come along, Your Royal Highness.
I think her bedclothes should be changed.
They will be changed this evening, sir.
It should be done now.
Instructions for the nursery are given by Baroness Lazen, sir.
You're busy.
Only signing letters. Come and help. You can blot them. There. I knew you could help. Bring a chair. Now with you and Stockmar, I have 2 secretaries. Is something the matter?
I would like to do more. I have studied your politics. We could discuss sometimes.
If you like.
Very much. And also, our home, I would like it to be run more efficiently.
That's Lateson's concern.
But it is our home.
I am perfectly satisfied with it.
But how can you be? The rooms are untidy, the windows always dirty.
Politics are one thing. If there is something to discuss, I shall consult you. But I will have no interference in the household.
Since there's nothing more to be said.
Nothing. We will not raise the subject again.
I'm sorry. I had no wish to distress you.
Albert. The last person in the world I want to hurt is you, but I have so many worries.
I know.
This election coming, and
I know.
you are the dearest, dearest being in the world. I will be ruled by you. I will reform, but you must give me time.
We have our whole lives.
Have you noticed how the gentlemen are always later joining us when Lord Melbourne comes to dinner?
That's because he likes an extra glass of port.
I thought Albert did not approve of drinking.
Neither he does. But Lord M says it is good for the digestion.
Well, at least it cheers things up. Oh, it's so dull here nowadays.
The prince wants to turn us into a German court. He only likes serious people.
He's too solemn for so young a man.
I can't agree, Your Grace. I think the court should set an example.
Then why does he waste his time with Melbourne?
Because he's not deceived.
How so, Lady Littleton?
The Prime Minister only seems to be frivolous. He spends half his life being serious, and the other half pretending not to be.
Exactly. He has the highest opinion of Albert, too. He has even suggested he should take a more active part in government.
Oh, that would never do.
Why not?
He is a foreigner.
He's resented enough already.
If he were offered an official position, it would be strongly opposed.
I couldn't bear that.
The English would never let him interfere.
Let him be content with being your husband and not meddle in politics.
I do not like to assume that your party will lose the election.
A very parliamentary phrase, sir. In my experience, the next word is but.
But
If Sir Robert Peel does become Prime Minister, he will wish to replace the ladies of the court with those who support his party.
That is his right.
But the Queen will fight him on your behalf, as she did 2 years ago.
What do you suggest?
I would like your permission to speak to Peel and get him to agree to a compromise. I believe it can be arranged without the Queen becoming involved.
You might also suggest that she place more reliance in the Prince.
You might trust me to do that anyway, Baron. You are asking me to give up a great political advantage.
You do not resent me?
I respect you for it, sir. You are right. The Queen must not seem to favor one party more than another. She must not think that even I am infallible. It is painful for me too, Ma'am. For 4 years now, I've seen you daily and liked it better every day. But we must accept what we cannot alter.
We shall still meet.
It would not be advisable. At least, not very often.
I have sent for Peel. He seems awkward, stiff.
But you will find him able.
He shan't force me to anything. I shall decide nothing until I've spoken to you.
You won't miss me half as much as you fear. You have the Prince to advise you now. If you have a problem, talk it over first with him.
We might disagree.
Disagreements are not so dangerous in a marriage as secrets. Secrets lead to distrust. Rely on him.
I will try.
Good. Well, I shall always consider the time when you were good enough to think me of service to you, to be the proudest, as well as the happiest part of my life.
I do not intend, Sir Robert, to break off all correspondence with such a dear friend as Lord Melbourne.
I would not expect it, ma'am.
That leaves the question of the ladies of the court.
But that is all arranged.
Arranged?
I have agreed to ask for no changes except for those ladies whose husbands were members of the previous government. I believe there are 3.
Only 3?
I wish to cause your Majesty as little inconvenience as possible.
You are generous, Sir Robert. But when was this arranged?
About a month ago, by His Royal Highness Prince Albert.
How can I thank you? I should have seen. I should have trusted you.
I'm your husband. You don't have to thank me. You must not work so hard. You must let me do as much as I can.
Yes.
All you have to do is to take care of yourself and our baby.
Not over.
Not yet, my lord.
And the Archbishop?
Still on his way from Canterbury, I fancy. What a fine ecclesiastical gallop.
I thought the Queen was still at Windsor.
Her Majesty insisted on being at Buckingham Palace for birth.
We were all caught napping this time.
How is Her Majesty?
Suffering a great deal, I'm afraid.
She should have waited. It's too soon after the other one.
My lord. So. Hey, boy. Thanks be to God.
She said this want to be a son.
Happy birthday, darling. That's awful. Notice anything different, dearie? Oh, sorry. I've come for the weekend. Because it's Wednesday or Thursday or Friday.
Discover the language of flowers.
So, 2 years in New York, and he thinks he can tell us how to run things. Well, we won't have it.
It's all right. I fixed things. He's traveling overnight on the red-eye. He had no choice.
Not first class.
Of course not. Company policy.
By the time he gets in, he'll be exhausted. And he won't have had time to incorporate those new figures I sent him in his report.
He'll be hungry and tired.
I've arranged for the chauffeur to bring him straight here, not to the hotel.
Like a lamb to the slaughter, gentlemen.
Morning. New Club World delivers the businessman ready to do business.
Pleasant trip.
Yes, thank you. New Club World from the world's favorite airline.
On the first day after Christmas, my true love gave to me leftover turkey. On the second day after Christmas, my true love gave to me turkey casserole that she made from leftover turkey. On the third day...
If Christmas is lingering longer than you expected, we have a suggestion. A pan pizza from Pizza Hut with pepperoni, mushrooms, almost any topping at all, except one.
Flaming turkey wings. Ba-la-la-la-la, ba-la-la-la-la.
Australia? Too far. Blackpool? Not far enough. France? Strange food. California? Strange people. Well, where do you want to go on holiday, Q? Somewhere warm. Yes. With lots of greenery. Right. Where I can enjoy a cheering drink in good company. Let's relax with a glass of QC and think it over. Warm, mellow. I can see the beach already. Let's go then. Not yet. The tide's just gone out. Relax with QC British Sherry.
We have decided against a large number of names for our son. He will have only two, mine and his grandfather's.
Albert Edward, in that order?
Yes.
If I might suggest...
Yes.
There was great rejoicing at the birth of an heir, but some displeasure at his being given the title Duke of Saxony.
So, and Duke of Cornwall.
But the German title came first. Now, if the Queen were to decide to create him Prince of Wales in time for the christening...
Then that title would take precedence.
It must.
Very well, Sir Robert. I shall advise Her Majesty.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Albert.
I'd have come sooner if I'd known. How are you?
Oh, I feel such a fraud, lying here with nothing to do.
Perhaps we should have stayed in London.
No, you were right. Windsor is our home, and the country air is good for me. Listen. It's the band of the guards.
Yes. I asked them to play on the dance for you.
You were thinking of me?
Can you doubt it?
No. Oh, if you knew how happy I am just to be with you. You mustn't work too hard.
Enjoy it.
You missed the children.
Oh, sorry. Only Peel stayed longer than I expected.
Horrid man. What did he have to talk about?
India and the China question. A sincere man and, I think, a statesman.
Oh, to be sure. I just cannot abide him. What are these?
Orders and letters I have drafted for you to sign.
Was there no letter from Lord M today?
Not yet.
I wrote to him twice yesterday. He promised always to answer at once. Yes?
It's time for your broth.
Oh, not yet, Daisy.
Dr. Clark said you must have nourishment every 4 hours.
I wouldn't open that window, Baroness.
Her Majesty needs fresh air.
But it's quite cold in here already.
Allow me to know what is best for Her Majesty.
Perhaps not quite so far, Daisy. Albert, couldn't I have it just a little open, so that I can hear the band when it plays again?
Very well.
You're leaving?
I promised to see the children. I will return later.
You shouldn't cross him, Daisy.
I do not. It's only that he finds fault with everything I do.
I wish you two could be friends.
I am perfectly willing, but he thinks that no one can do anything for you but himself.
But he's so good. He has taken care of everything. The ministers all think very highly of him.
Why not? They are becoming his servants instead of yours.
He's a fine fellow, isn't he? He has his mother's eyes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my little darling. Oh, Pussy. Oh, ich hab dich so lieb. Hast du mich vermisst? Hast du mich? She's quite cold. She should be dressed more warmly. Close the window, Mrs. Roberts.
I cannot, sir. I have been given orders.
By Baroness Leidson.
And Dr. Clark.
Then why is the fire not lit?
The Baroness can...
I will not have my children die of pneumonia. You will light the fire at once.
Yes, sir.
And if it is to stay lit, I shall hold you responsible.
No, my prince. You must take care above all of the children's health.
Perhaps I should have spoken to the doctor first.
Sir James Clark is a fool and agrees in everything with the Baroness Leidson.
She still has her influence on Victoria. She may turn her against me.
She is afraid of losing her power, but she is too clever to attack you directly.
Yes, I think.
In the past few months, you have gained great strength. Already you have replaced Melbourne.
She still writes to him every day.
Yes. I must attend to that. But when Her Majesty recovers, you, my prince, must continue to make the decisions, continue to correspond with Peel and the cabinet.
But wouldn't the English resent it? Wouldn't they say I was being ambitious?
If you have a fault, my prince, it is that you are not ambitious enough. You are the husband of the Queen. Your mind has been trained, hers has been neglected. You are rational, she is emotional. You must mold her character in the way it should be. As the father of the first male heir for 80 years, you cannot be opposed.
Just true.
Melbourne and others have objected to your son being given the name of Albert because it is un-English. Insist on your rights. Then, whenever his name is spoken, people will be reminded of his father.
Who stands as sponsor?
Friedrich Wilhelm of Prussia.
Name this child.
Albert Edward.
Albert Edward, Prince of Wales, Duke of Saxony, Duke of Cornwall, Duke of Rothesay, Earl of Chester, Earl of Carrick, Baron of Renfrew, Lord of the Isles and Great Steward of Scotland. I baptize thee in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
we receive this child into the congregation of Christ's flock, and do sign him with the sign of the cross, in token that hereafter he shall not be ashamed to confess the faith of Christ crucified, and manfully to fight under his banner against sin, the world, and the devil, and to continue Christ's faithful soldier and servant unto his life's end. Amen.
Amen.
Come along, my dear. Come on, come on. There.
Be very careful, Lady Littleton. You're holding my heart.
And a part of mine.
Come round.
What do you think of my godson, ma'am? Could not be better, eh?
Hardly. He is my grandson. My
So he is. So you will be almost as proud of him as I am.
darling.
Lord Melbourne, I'm so pleased to see you.
I cannot say how happy I am to see Your Majesty.
Your Grace. And you are better?
Astonishingly well. Being ill did me good. I could do nothing but watch the spring come in, which I've not done for many years.
I wish you had seen it at Windsor.
I did, wherever I looked. Your Royal Highness.
Lord Melbourne.
My apologies again for having to miss the christening.
I was sad.
It is the only important ceremony you have ever missed.
True, but I look forward to meeting the new heir.
Then you shall.
I'm afraid he's gone.
Gone.
We thought the excitement was too much for them.
We?
No doubt I shall see the young prince another time.
No doubt.
You must. I couldn't bear it if you left now. You will stay to dinner.
I should be delighted, ma'am. Baron?
No, Liebchen. If we don't hurry, we keep our guests waiting for dinner.
Oh, let them wait.
Punctuality is the politeness of princes.
Fiddlesticks. I have a surprise for you.
A surprise?
Yes. You know, you always wanted known. You understand politics so much better than I do. And I had it all worked out and I'm putting it so badly.
What?
Just a minute. Shh. Look. I thought we could work together. Are you pleased?
Thank you.
I am sorry to see you so ill.
One thing, Stockmar, you're still honest. Everyone else tells me how healthy I look. Aren't you joining me?
No, I have to be careful of my stomach.
Of course. No, it runs in the family. We all stay young for a long time, and then when we retire, we fall to pieces.
But you have not retired.
By no means.
Prince Albert values your guidance on family affairs very highly.
So he tells me.
If only it were confined to family affairs. The Queen writes to you to ask your opinion on every matter of policy.
And I give it to her.
Yet her duty is to put our absolute trust in the present government.
The advice I give her is perfectly impartial.
So far, but how many would believe it? And what would Peel do if he knew he would resign within the hour?
He would be wrong.
He would have no choice. And what would that do to the Queen's reputation?
I would never do anything that might harm the Queen.
Yet you keep her dependent on you. Of course, if you were to resign as leader of the opposition...
Damn it eternally, Stockmar. You can't expect me to give up my position in the country. Too many people rely on me.
Then there is no alternative. You must break off your correspondence with the Queen.
How can I?
You must tell her that your opinions cannot fail to be biased.
You are asking me to destroy her belief in me?
We are both only servants, and our duty is to do what is right, whatever the cost to ourselves.
Give me one other reason why I should.
Her husband. He should be the chief influence on her, but you are denying him his rights and the country his service. And he will be needed to guide her for many years after you have gone. You must understand.
All right, very well. I take your point. And I accept it. Though it makes the rest of my life worthless. You are right, Stockmar. We are both servants. The difference between us is that I am flesh and blood. And I know that sometimes I can be wrong.
To find out more about the past, discover Discovery. Each kit features a famous character and takes you back. See what Elizabeth I was really like.
Present now!
Her black teeth. It explains how Drake cunningly defeated the Spanish Armada and shows you what life was like. And you get a special pack containing maps, models, and realistic documents. So Discovery really brings the past to life.
Ah, there's Queen Mary's death warrant. I've been looking for it everywhere.
Discovery. History at your fingertips.
From individually wrapped Simplicity stowaway towels to tampons. From Simplicity size 1 and 2 towels to pant liners. Simplicity gives you the confidence to take everything in your stride. Simplicity.
Take everything in your stride.
In this life, few things are ever quite what they seem, which is why it's nice to find something you can rely on. Nescafe. Made from some of the world's finest coffee beans, specially blended and roasted for that richer, smoother taste.
Nescafe. Coffee at its best.
It's the coffee taste you can be sure of.
Hello. If you're lucky enough to receive an envelope like this, you could win £130,000. That's the first prize in the Reader's Digest $250,000 prize draw. All you have to do is return your prize draw numbers right away. The sooner you enter, the more you could win.
Lou Tennant's the name. I was between cases, so I stopped off at the Sink Inn. The place was swimming over. I asked the barman for a Tennant's Pilsner. The cool taste was music inside me. So I asked for another. Anne introduced me to her sister, Candy Floss. Funny, I felt kind of hungry. She told me she had a problem. I had a choice. My Tennant's Pilsner or Candy's case. It was close, but not that close. Tennant's Pilsner. It's good, but not that good.
I beat you back to the stable.
Yes.
Did you let me win?
No, you ride very well.
Thank you. What else do I do well?
You sketch well. You sing quite well, but will get better. And you play the piano without too many wrong notes. What do I do well?
Everything.
Oh, no. There must be something.
You're not very good in company. You have a lovely smile. You should smile more.
To everyone? Then I should have to stand in the middle of the floor and... Oh, Mrs. Lily. How is the boy?
Very well, sir.
He'll soon be too heavy for you.
Yes, sir.
Where's Pussy?
She's been asleep, sir.
At this time?
She's not very well, Mom.
But Dr. Clark said she would be better today. wrong?
She's a little under the weather.
For nearly 2 weeks. What is being done?
I've put her on a diet.
Of what?
Chicken broth and ass's milk.
This is all she said for 2 weeks?
She has a fever. It should be starved.
How can she recover if she's starving?
I didn't know you had medical knowledge, sir.
I do not, but I'm not a fool.
Albert.
She has no strength to fight.
I will not be told how to run the nursery.
You will not be told.
Albert, that is enough.
Quite enough. We have put up with her bungling for too long.
You will not speak to the Baroness like that.
Can you defend her when, by her incompetence, she is killing our child?
You will apologize. You will apologize at once. Albert! Albert! How dare you? How dare you turn your back on me? You hear? You will apologize. You will beg Baroness Lichten's forgiveness at once.
Never. I will never apologize to her, nor to you, if you support her.
How dare you? No one has ever spoken to me like that.
Then it's time someone did.
You forget yourself. Who do you think you are?
The Prince. And your husband, madam.
Prince of 10 acres and a wood. You are nothing. And they were right. I should never have married you.
Then why did you? We'd both have been better off. They could have painted your husband or carved out of the wood. You'd have had no children to shock and bore you. You could have played with your dolls, talked to your stupid governess, and danced every night, right? Do as you please. Let you and her starve the child, and if she dies, it's on your conscience. Have done with it. To be treated like that, after all this time.
I shall go to her. I shall tell her you were concerned for the child and did not know what you were saying.
No, I forbid it. I shall not go to the Queen, and neither will you.
You must make your peace with her.
She must make hers with me.
I shall never forgive him. Never.
I'm afraid we may have pushed him too far. He is proud and sensitive. His marriage to you has been difficult.
I've done everything I could.
Yes. But he has had to learn that he will always be in second place. It was necessary, but it has hurt him deeply. Oh. I have looked after you since you were a little child, taught you your lessons, heard your prayers, and only lived to see you become queen. No one knows how hard our life was. And we knew that only a special man could be your husband. Someone who would not try to rule.
Yes.
But perhaps we have been too severe. You must forgive your husband.
I cannot.
You must, Rina, for the sake of the future. This will have finally taught him his lesson.
Do you think so?
We shall know when he comes to you. We can afford to be generous.
How can you be so forgiving?
Because I know you love him.
No. I shall not see her while that woman is still here.
The Queen wishes to be reasonable.
What she wishes and what she does are not always the same.
She is clearly unhappy.
Then I'm sorry. It is not her I'm attacking, but her upbringing, her education, and for that Leighton is entirely responsible. She must be removed.
You are determined.
You told me long ago I should make a stand. This is the last chance. I shall not see Victoria again until I'm acknowledged as master in my own house.
Where'll you go?
Back to Germany.
Is there no possibility that you could make it up with the prince?
It's too late, Dr. Clark.
But surely the Queen would support you.
I believe so, but it would not be fair. She would lose the prince. And Baron Stockmar has said that he would leave also, so I would only cause more harm by staying. Will you see them in Scotland?
Yes, I'm to join them there.
Would you tell Her Majesty that because of my health, I'm having to go sooner than I expected?
Will you not even wait and say goodbye?
I could not bear it. Not after so long. These past months have been terrible. I pray that my leaving will bring them together again.
Here, I think.
I fetched the hamper, sir.
Isn't it perfect?
Highlanders certainly don't stand on ceremony.
It's all so different. I never knew Scotland was so beautiful. And I never loved anything so much. Except you.
No, I accept you.
Do you mean it?
With all my heart.
I realize it was a great sacrifice when you married me.
No.
And I know you did not love me, not as I loved you. But I have tried, and I will still try to be what you want.
But you are everything I want.
I'm trying not to cry. If only we could stay here, an ordinary, simple couple, I would be your Frauchen, your little wife.
I have heard of a house at Balmoral. Of course, it would have to be modernized, redecorated, but would you like it?
Near here, somewhere we could bring the children.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, forgive me, sir. I just came in to see Pussy, the Princess Robin.
Did you miss her?
Ah, both of them.
Of course. I'm glad to find you here, Lily Littleton. We have been talking of the position of governess to the Royal Nursery. I would like to offer it to you.
But
Won't you take it?
it should be someone of higher rank.
I would choose the washerwoman, Sarah. If she had the right qualities, I'm happy to have found them in you. Oh, no.
Darling.
There is one other matter, ma'am.
Yes.
We are shortly to appoint an arts commission to look into the rebuilding of the Houses of Parliament. I can think of no one more suitable as its chairman than His Royal Highness.
We are pleased by the choice, but it is not for me to say.
If my duties permit, I should be delighted to accept.
Thank you, sir. Then I need detain you no longer, Your Majesty.
Sir Robert, I hope you can stay to dinner.
Dinner? I regret, ma'am, there is a meeting of the Cabinet.
Then next time I shall insist.
I shall be honored, ma'am.
Ach, Stockmar. Kommen Sie herein, bitte.
Isn't Sir Robert greatly improved?
He is indeed, ma'am.
What do you think of this Arts Commission?
An opportunity not to be missed. But we have other serious business to discuss.
What?
The education of the Prince of Wales.
Oh, it's far too soon to think about that.
I have prepared a memorandum.
What do you suggest?
In brief, Europe is in a state of crisis. New countries, new problems. The only hope of saving us from anarchy is a new race of highly trained princes.
But it's all so far away. Lord Melbourne said it wasn't worth troubling about. He said education might do much, but never as much as you expect.
Typical. It only goes to prove his fatal lack of foresight.
Yes, sir.
I believe in this.
Yes, sir.
We must apply to the most eminent men in the country and get them to draw up a system of education. The boy must be kept apart from other children, except for the family.
His character must be molded and his mind developed morally and intellectually.
You must not indulge him. Use strict discipline from the beginning. Your son must become a man of profound and comprehensive understanding.
And she loves the tree. He had it brought over for her from his old home at Coburg. It's such a pretty new idea for Christmas. You look happy. Oh, I am. Just to be with him. To see people realize his great gifts as I do. To be loved.
You are lucky in your husband and children.
Well, they are certainly more attractive now they are older. And Pussy is adorable.
And what about my grandson?
Best thing about him is he has his father's name. Pray God you may be like him in other ways.
You don't want that? Here.
What is that?
This is an abacus accounting frame. If he learns to slide the beads, he can teach himself to add and subtract.
Oh, but he loves his horse.
But this is much better for him. Oh, this is our best dance.
The next classic from ATV tonight is a two-man epic starring Bruce Forsyth and Norman Wisdom, who between them beat the clock and beat the odds when they threw out all the normal live variety acts and stormed the stage in Val Parnell's Sunday Night at the London Palladium.
About this bill.
It's not the parts, it's the labour, see. Have you any idea how long it takes?
No. But I know a man who does.
So, it's two cars welded together. Three? Actually, Ron. And as we've got all your money, can you afford to take us to court?
No, but I know a man who can.
Can you fix it?
Not this time. But I know a man who can.
Well, do you know how to get Gerald to Chester without going under any low bridges?
No, but I know a man who does.
Whatever your motoring problem, you'll find the answer is joining the AA. The AA, we're all you need to know.
Are you the man who can?
He most certainly is.
This is very nice of you.
He's a very nice
You're
man.
a very nice man.
I like it.
You're a very nice man. A very, very nice man.
No, very nice
A very,
man.
very nice...
From Nescafé, the pure taste of Latin America. Alta Rica, rich, full-flavored. And pure Cap Colombie, delicate, aromatic. Alta Rica and Cap Colombie, new worlds of pure taste from Nescafé. Discover them.
Don't miss the Payless DIY sale, pushing down prices on your DIY.
Payless for DIY.
Oh, ça va bien?
Les Français adorent le piador.
Polish a floor and put a rug on it. You might as well set a man trap.
Hurry up, bring them in the warm.
All right.
I'll put the kettle on.
And to think he'd only just come from the hospital.